What's up guys, JB2017 here, and today I'm going to show off Mirror's Edge Catalyst, which just went into closed beta today, April 22nd. I've had a chance to play for about an hour and a half so far, so this is more of a first impressions early look at this closed beta, but if necessary I will circle back around and give you guys more of a full impressions of this closed beta once it's over with. Before we jump into my thoughts, I do need to point out that EA gave me access a day early to this beta just for transparency, and also I am giving away codes for this beta on my Twitter at JV2017, and more info for that towards the end of the video. Let's start out with the story, and right off the bat it's easy to tell that this is a direct sequel to Mirror's Edge, which is the original game that came out back in 2008 on Xbox 360 and PS3, so, you know, previous console generation. Obviously it was on PC as well, maybe, I think it was, yeah. It released later, but this is a direct sequel to that game. You are still playing as Faith, which is the, you know, the main character, the protagonist, and you are running and jumping around the same city, Glass City. I don't think it was called Glass City previously, but it is the same area because a lot of these characters are returning: Birdman, Noah, and, you know, some new characters to deal with as well. The narrative kind of picks up where it left off. The reason I say that is because I was so much younger when the first game came out, so I don't remember too much, but the location of Faith was pretty much unknown, and now it is known, and you pick up in this game that she was in jail. She was confined in juvenile, and now she's out. Obviously, she breaks out, and she's back in action. From a gameplay perspective, if you're not aware of Mirror's Edge, this is your first entry into the franchise, which I'm sure it will be for a lot of you guys. This is kind of an action-adventure platformer is the best way to describe it, and it's all around free running. So think Assassin's Creed, and even more so than it was in the previous game, because this game is truly open world. I don't remember if the first Mirror's Edge was truly open world, but in this one there are different missions scattered around Glass City, and you run along the rooftops to them, you can navigate to them, and it just seems a lot more of a robust and fleshed out experience. Once again, I'm not sure if the first game was as, you know, kind of open-ended as this one is, but this one truly is. And what you're doing in this open world is a ton of free running, traversing obstacles like I already said, but in new and unique ways, and in ways that you can't really do in Assassin's Creed. This is really a game built around free running, and also there's a bunch of combat involved, but there's no guns, no weapons. It's all hand-to-hand combat, so you've kind of got this light attack system, heavy attack system, and then you've got traversal attacks. So right here you see me running and jumping, and bam, kicking that guy straight in the face. You can do a lot of that. You can run and jump off of walls and do that, jump off of other things and kick people. There's a lot of kicking. Forgive me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like this directional kicking system is new as well. You can kind of aim in certain directions and kick enemies into each other, which kind of stuns them, but for the most part you're just really knocking enemies out. You're not killing anyone. Another comparison that I can draw from Assassin's Creed is the idea of a progression system, and they have leveling up and a bunch of different trees. I think there's a movement tree, a combat tree, and a gear tree. So I guess movement obviously allows you to use a lot of the tools that you already have, but in new and enhanced ways that you didn't realize before. So for example, there's kind of a move where you can run and jump and kind of curl your legs up in order to clear an obstacle instead of mantling over it, because, you know, that'll make you go faster. Essentially, you don't have to mantle over something. There's also a 180-degree turn, which you can use when you're running up walls. Then you can turn 180 degrees and jump up on the wall behind you in order to traverse, you know, upwards. The combat tree obviously makes Faith more effective at combat. I think it just makes it easier. And if you couldn't tell already, the combat's really not the highlight of this game. It's not the most, you know, fleshed out system. I've been talking about systems being fleshed out, but the combat does seem a little bit stilted. It's very simple, and that's because it's not the focus of the game, and I'm okay with that. There's really, you know, there's 2 attacks, and then you can kind of kick people in certain directions. But the combat tree just makes you more effective for combat, and really when you're in these situations like I'm in right now, which don't seem that frequent, the idea is really not to be in combat. You don't even have to be in combat in certain situations, but I think this was kind of a tutorial mission, so that's why they were showing it off. The final progression tree is the gear tree, and this allows you to just use different kinds of gear to traverse or do whatever you're trying to do in this game more easily. So this progression tree idea, at first I was like, but once I saw exactly what they had going on with these new abilities, I was like, yeah, this makes sense. You know, this is just amplifying and kind of augmenting Faith's abilities and allowing her to do what she does in just a more efficient and effective way. Moving on, I'm going to show you guys right now one of my favorite parts of the beta so far, and that's this challenge to kind of show you how to traverse and attack enemies and get around them as quickly as possible. The idea is not to take them out and knock them out, but really to just keep going and move quickly. The name of this mission is Be Like Water. So you're trying to traverse and be as quick as possible, and it was really kind of a fun challenge for me. There are a few parts where I slipped up, but really once you get the hang of it, you've got this direct path that you're running every single time, and it's really a lot of fun. And this is a unique experience, I will say. It's probably not for everyone, this free running and jumping, but I do appreciate a lot of things that this game is trying to, pull off. This is not another shooter. This is really a unique experience and really continues exactly what we had with the first Mirror's Edge. Now I'm going to switch the gameplay to show you guys more of an inside interior look, because there are some missions where you're going to be going in these really intricate buildings, and I want to take a chance to pretty much give props to DICE for making a really gorgeous, pretty world to look at. And it's very modern, and everything is white with a little bit of color, kind of these light colors. The art direction in this game is really fantastic, and I guess you could kind of expect that after playing the first game. The first game had some great art direction as well, but I was really blown away in just a short amount of time. I mean, look at the inside of this building, just the way it's designed. It also reminds me of the first Assassin's Creed as well, kind of the modern day Desmond stuff that he's dealing with. This is really, reminds me of that. So to kind of wrap up my first impression thoughts, I really like what I'm playing so far, and this is a world that I'm surprised I'm interested in. Honestly, with the first Mirror's Edge, it was kind of a game that I wanted to get through, play, and be done with, and that doesn't seem to be the case with this game. This is something, that I plan on going through, maybe checking out some of the side missions, playing through the main story, but it is compelling enough for me to check out more of it. And if you guys want to check out the game, it is going to be released on June 6th, or actually June 7th. Scratch that, June 7th in North America. It was delayed from May 24th, unfortunately, but it will be out June 7th in North America and June 9th in Europe. Also, as promised, I have a lot of beta codes to give away. This thing runs for 5 days until April 26th. And the way you can get yourself a beta code is by going onto my Twitter at JV2017. And once this video is uploaded, once again, if you go over there, you should see me giving out these codes. I'm just going to be giving out probably 5 at a time to give you guys, actually probably 10 at a time, not to flood all of my followers, but I'm going to give out about 10 codes at a time. And there's, again, like 20 or so for each system. And the PS4 codes are divided really strangely into like certain regions, and so there will be certain ones for North America, certain ones for Japan, certain ones for South America, and on and on and on. So once again, once this video goes live, check out my Twitter at JV2017 and you will find a code. Also, consider following. I'm trying to build my Twitter following, and that's kind of what I'm going for, why I'm doing it in this way. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed my early look at Mirror's Edge Catalyst, and if you did, remember to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And stay tuned on the channel for more Fallout gameplay coming very soon. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.